we are, AG 823, last section of this chapter. And we are going to look at some more applications of exponential functions. So here we go. The moment you drive a new car off the dealer's lot, the car is worth less than what you paid for it. This phenomenon is called depreciation, which means that as time goes on, the car is worth less and less. Some cars depreciate more than others. That is, they depreciate at different rates. But most cars depreciate over time. On the other hand, some older cars actually increase in value over time. This is called appreciation. So here we are, we're going to look at three different cars. Okay, we're going to start with Geraldine. Geraldine had a choice between buying a new Concord EX for $27K, a used Escalade that would have been $70K if bought new last year, or a '67 Mustang for $18,150. Consumer Car Resources reports that the value of the Concord depreciates 6% per year, and the Escalade will be worth $28,672 3 years from now. It also reports the appreciation of the Mustang has historically been very consistent and expects the trend to continue. So let's pull this apart, and we're going to start with the first car, the Concord. So the Concord EX is $27K. So you notice you come down to the table here, and we have the Concord, and at year zero, it's worth $27,000. Then it goes on to tell you that the Concord depreciates 6%, and of course that's per year. So let's take a little look at this. So here's our Concord work. If it depreciates 6%, that means it is going to be worth 94% of its previous year's value. Make sense? So 94% as a multiplier is 0.94. So what is the multiplier of the Concord? 0.94. Excellent. So get your handy dandy calculator. You're going to do 27K divided by 25,380. Check that out. Look at that, 0.94. We're all set. We are going to round, if need be, to the nearest whole dollar. So 94% of the 25,380 is 23,857. Year 3, it's going to be worth $22,426, $21,080. Year 5, I've got $19,815. Now, we could keep going to do year 10, or what if we wanted to do 20? We probably don't want to do it by hand. So down here where it says N, we're going to actually put our expression on how we find our value. So we're going to put our A times B to the X our value. A is our start value. It was worth 27,000. So I'm going to do 27,000. It is depreciating, so it's 0.94. Now, often when they are looking at a value, they do not differentiate between whether it's January, February, April, June. It's just that year. So in that case, they will often use the N instead of the X because it's just going to be one value for the entire year. And then when the calendar year shifts, they're going to knock it down again. So now if you punch your formula into the calculator and you raise it to the 10th power, you're going to get $14,543. All right, so there we go with the Concord. Now, let's take a look at the Escalade. So the Escalade would have been worth $70K if bought last year. Oh, here we go.
Staff, Mr. Battle's Bistro is now open for business.
Yes, we do lunch here at the middle school, even without you. Just no lunch duty. So if it's worth $70K last year, we don't know how much it's worth this year. So what I'm going to do for the Escalade down the bottom is I'm going to just put year, and I'm going to put a -1 up here and put my $70K. I'm going to go on, and it says the Escalade will be worth $28,672 3 years from now. So on our table down the bottom, you can see that they gave you that value. What you need to do is figure out how much it's worth, what the multiplier is, okay? So this goes back to yesterday's lesson, right? So this is our Escalade work we're going to do over here. Escalate. There we go. We know that it is currently worth $70K. We don't know what our start value is, $70K 1 year ago. So we don't know what the start value is, we don't know what the multiplier is, but we know that was 1 year ago. If I solve for this, if I solve for A, I've got 70K equals A over B. So 70,000, let's see, I got to write number 0, B is equal to A. Now, the other piece of data is in 3 years, it's worth 28,672. So we've got 2 points, right? 2 points of data, and what we're doing is we're writing our exponential equation from it, just like we did yesterday. So now I've got 28,672 is equal to, we don't know this, we don't know the start value, so I'm going to plug in my A, and then our exponent for B is going to be 3. Can I plug in? I can do a substitution. I can go back in and plug in my 70,000B for A, or if I wanted to, I could solve for A and set them equal to each other. Do you have a preference? Okay, your preference is to solve for A, we can solve for A. So A equals 28,672 over B cubed. All right, so 70K times B is equal to 28,672 divided by B cubed. So if I multiply both sides by B cubed, I get B to the 4th, and then I'm going to divide by my 70,000. So I've got 28,672 divided by 70,000. So let's see if we can punch that into the calculator. 28,672 divided by 70,000. So when I get that number on my calculator, I do not want to round it. Let's see if I can show you on my calculator. Yeah, my batteries are still low from the other day. One of these times, it's just gonna 28,672 divided by 70. So what I want to do is let's see if I 2867, okay. I've got a different digit, so I must have punched it in wrong. So if I do I want to find the fourth root, so I'm going to do my second math. Start value is 56,000. My growth factor is 0.8 because it's depreciating to the nth power. I can, if I wanted to plug this into the graphing calculator or then look at table, I could just do it all at once and it would be a lot quicker. And now all I have to do is write down my values. It's also nice because it shows up the same dollar value for year 3. So it gives you a little validation there that you've got it, the right formula. So I've got 44,800 for year 1, 35,840 for year 2. Year 3 is set. Year 4 is 22,938. Year 5 is 18,350. Then if I go and I punch in for year 10, I've got $6,013. So that really depreciated. Now we get to the fun car, right? And that is going to be the Mustang, right? I'm sure it's related to the Mustang. So a 67 Mustang is currently worth $18,150. Now they give us the historical values.